Hi my friends, welcome to my yearly video where I show you everything I made this year. I really hope I didn't forget anything. There's probably some small stuff I made here and there, like this beanie I just finished. So yeah, I know this is the only video of this year, but all is well. Check out my Instagram to keep up to date on all the things I make throughout the year. And I hope you enjoy and Happy New Year! We are starting with some tops. Those are just basics that I really like to make, even from some scraps from different projects. I usually don't use a pattern for this, but they're always kind of the same, so I just use one to trace the next one. I think I should really make a pattern for these. They usually have a second layer in the top half of the front part, so the neckline is kind of like seamless, and on the back I usually just fold it over with a double fold hem. Sometimes I do a lining in the top half as well. These are just two polka dot versions. This one's a little bit different from all the other ones, and in the next one I will also show you that second layer that I use along the bust part. Oh, you can totally see it here. Here I used it also in the back. This one's a little longer. That's actually a little better. I should keep doing them a little longer. But as I said, I always use scraps. This is something that my mom used, and this was just about the right amount left for me to make one of these. I really love making these for myself. And this is a wrap top that I made for my super slinky jersey viscose. When there's a pattern that I used, I make sure to put it on the screen and also link it below for you to click. I also added some thumb holes in this one that I really enjoy. This is another super stretchy top with this off-shoulder, one-shoulder pattern detail. This is another off-shoulder that I kind of like traced from something else. I used some bias binding to finish the top with this stripy fabric. This is a gingham top I made with a ruffle. This is also kind of freehand, and then in the back there is some shirring and the ruffle continues. It's like giving picnic, you know? This is one of my favorites with this gathered bust detail. Again, the top part is two pieces, two layers, and the bottom is just one layer. I also really love these gathered straps that I created. Here is a very similar one. I just added lace around the whole top edge, and I skipped the gathered part of the straps. Then I also made some pajamas. This is a super slinky viscose fabric. It's very comfortable, and you can also see that I made some pants to go with it, and it just makes me feel cute at home, you know? This is another recent one that I also used the gathered bust detail, and with this fabric you can super easily make a lettuce hem, which I did for both of these pieces. I made basically the same top in the same fabric, but just the top, and I also made a little cardigan with again some lace around the neckline and lettuce hem detail. This is another cardigan slash top I made. I actually altered the pattern that you see at the bottom of the screen, and I added buttons and changed the neckline as well. This is another blouse. Well, it's actually the only blouse, I think. I had this kind of sheer fabric, and I'm like hoarding this trim lace. So I put some of that to use, and I also used these really cute flower buttons that I really love. Then I went to a wedding and I made this skirt, and I actually made two different tops, both with pearl details. This one is just a simple tube top, and I also made a cardigan. This cardigan, I wore everything, don't worry, I wore it all. This cardigan has really cute buttons with the pearl and the little gold detail. I'm super into pearls and gold. You can see the pearl detail on this other pattern, on this other top, where I also did some gathering to make everything come together. I actually wore this one with the cardigan to the wedding. Oh, and I had more fabric of dark blue, and I also made this kind of, I don't know, wide sleeve top with the cinched bottom. I found this tutorial. I mean, it's kind of more like, you know, it's a tutorial that I found on Pinterest, and I think it's really cute and also really flattering. This is a two-piece, but you can't really see. It's just a skirt, and for the top I made this kind of tube top where I added ruffles at the bottom of the top and also the bottom of the skirt. This is kind of a low waist pants with this striped cotton fabric, and I also added a drawstring, which I think makes it really cute and summery. I wore this in summer. Here are some gingham pants. These look a little red, but they're actually kind of pink, and these are kind of capris with a little zip on the side and also a button closure. Pretty cute. Then from the polka dot fabric that you saw earlier, I made these leggings that are cropped with the fold over waistband that I really like doing as well for my comfortable clothes. This was a pattern test for Noemi. I don't know, I think it's Noe dresses. It comes out in January, so snatch it up if you want it. It's really cute. These are some more summer pants. I saw this fabric at the store with the lace at the bottom, and it was so cute, and I just had to make something. And these pants are just my go-to. Then I got kind of obsessed with this kind of skirt pants concept, and I saw this one online from a London brand, and I just kind of wanted to figure it out on my own. I also made a different version in gray. This is the gray one, and this one you can actually take off the skirt. I put some snaps and these ties on the side, and so you have basically a 2-in-1 garment. Yeah. Here are some of my knits. This is kind of a rainbow cardigan that I made. I added a lot of crocheting around the edges with this wavy stitch. I also used it for the buttonholes, and I think it's pretty smart. So yeah, that's what I did. Then here is probably one of my favorite things I made this year. It is just a simple cardigan, but on it I duplicate stitched this goose, and I really love the goose. And if someone has something to say to my goose, then I don't care. I love my goose. This was probably the biggest knit I ever did. This is a full-on cable cardigan. It took a really long time, but it's really cute and also super comfortable. I also made this jacket from this super cute plaid fabric that I found for so cheap because there was like a sale because they were shutting down. I also made this super long coat from 100% Scottish wool. It's very cozy and actually very warm for this time of year. This year I was also obsessed with making little pouches for my knitting, and sometimes I knit smaller things and they are all just, sometimes it's a bigger pouch or just a bag. This one has a zipper, and I even made a little keychain for it. This is also the only like real bag I made this year. It's from this pink gingham with a little piggy on it, and it has the flowers inside. It is really the perfect size for me. That's the beauty about making your own bag. This is another thing. This is a knitting needle case where I can store all my knitting needles and also some other stuff like cables and stitch markers and things like that. And remember when I told you that I was obsessed with making little pouches? Well, I did some crocheting. Well, the yellow ones knit, but the rest of them are crochet, and I think it's really cute with the flowers and also the pearls that I applied after I finished. These all have zippers and they are so useful and also really cute gifts, and they don't even take that long. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I guess I'll see you next year. Bye!